2020 was a tragic year of pandemic. Everything was unpredictable. I'm sure whoever wrote their yearly goals at the beginning of 2020 had to rewrite it. Many of them came up with new adapted plans. Anyway, the new year has started and it's already the end of January 2021. Now is the perfect time to restart our life. I'm so grateful to survive last year. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some general basic productive planning strategies that has helped me stay effective with my task. So let's move on to the first strategy. The first strategy is to follow the 80-20 principle. 80-20 principle, or otherwise called Pareto principle, can be simplified as: if you have a list of activities to do, 20% of things in that list usually contributes for 80% of your results. The other 80% of things in that list adds less value or no value to your results. If you want to dive deep into the 80-20 principle, check out the book The 80-20 Principle by Richard Koh. Most people, including me, tend to procrastinate and try to be busy with the less important task of our life that doesn't pay off much. We feel busy but not productive. This will make us overworked and underutilized. So instead, focus on the task that gives you the highest payoff or reward in terms of money, happiness, peace, stability, or whatever that is you want with your life. If you're writing a list, pick out 2 or 3 items that make sense or things that really matter and spend your most efforts on it. When I randomly write my to-do list, at the end of it, I give a thought on the essential 2 or 3 items, and I always put a green mark on them. I'll try to do them first based on urgency, priority and significance. This way I contribute my time, energy and resources on these important things before I wear out. Identify the activities that are meaningful and important. For example, studying for exams, or working towards a business project that gives a huge profit in return, or spending quality time with your loved ones. And that's how you prioritize tasks. And in this way, if you distinguish the essential and non-essential things, you will find it easy to take the vital few from the trivial many, and you'll be able to spend your most efforts on it. If you continue this way, you will get more selective in making your future to-do list. And I think it helps to have a clear idea of your goals, and your to-do list gets shorter and shorter with time. Always remember, 20% of your activities accounts for 80% of your results. So then why not concentrate your time and energy on making most efforts, or 80% of efforts, on these few important things. The next step is not to multitask. Being called a multitasker sounds like a great compliment, right? You're getting a lot done at once, are you? No, actually not. Multitasking is performing 2 or more tasks simultaneously. It's not actually doing multiple things at the same time, because our brain is not wired like that. Our brain can only perform one intensive task that requires intelligence at a time. So multitasking is spending some time on one task, again switching to another, spending a little bit of time there, again switching back to the first or to another task, and so on. So it's just simply switching back and forth our focus from one thing to another. Now the next question arises: is shifting your focus constantly a good thing or a bad thing? Now when you're watching this video, you might be texting your friend on another desktop screen with the background noise of your TV while writing the second paragraph of your assignment. Are you? It sounds like a mess, right? So you can be at the peak of your productivity when you are in the flow state, the state of your maximum involvement. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, in his book Flow, describes flow as the state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. Concentration is so intense that there is no attention left over to think about anything irrelevant or to worry about problems. Self-consciousness disappears and the sense of time becomes distorted. So how do you reach this flow state? By protecting your focus and eliminating the distractions. This is where multitasking becomes a villain. Shifting your attention and focus from one thing to another deliberately restricts us to get into this flow state. Researchers at Stanford University suggest that people who multitask have more trouble tuning out distractions than people who focus on one thing at a time. It also interferes our cognitive skills. These are the skills that our brain uses to think, read, learn, remember, reason, and pay attention. Our mental energy and time is also getting wasted during this task switching. And how is that? For example, when you're studying something and somebody interrupts you to have a conversation with them, what happened was you have to switch your focus to listen to them and then again switch back to studying. So what it did was it broke your flow state and your brain has to use more energy to focus and get back into this flow state. One best way to break this multitasking tendency is by time blocking. Start by blocking out a period of time to focus. So what I would do is I would spend at least 1.5 hours to perform a task that requires my intensive mental attention and then only switch to another task. It would take me at least 20 minutes to get into my flow state when I'm studying. And it varies from people to people depending upon their flow drive and the type of task that they are performing. So focusing on one thing at a time is more likely to get us into a flow state to boost our productivity when performing brain-intensive tasks. To eliminate distractions, avoid tools and devices that doesn't serve your task at present. Also, try to find a clean space devoid of distractions and try to do your work from there. The final tip and the most important one is to have a healthy relationship with your body. The main part of a healthy lifestyle is to have a continuous 7 to 8 hours of sleep every 24 hours. Let's talk about some facts here. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to restructure itself, and it continues to happen as long as you are alive. Your brain can change and grow to learn new things, form new connections, adapt, reset, and can even repair itself from a traumatic injury. A good quality sleep is a major contributor in increasing the power of this neuroplasticity. As a person who has experienced difficulty initiating or staying asleep due to anxiety issues and irregular sleep-wake patterns, it has taken a serious toll on my productivity and health. Sleep disruption heavily affects the levels of neurotransmitters in the brain, and it also affects your stress hormones. It interferes with your cognitive functioning. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist and the author of the book Why We Sleep, talks about the different stages of sleep and how each one is important for your thinking and emotional regulation. There are two types of sleep. First one is REM sleep or dream sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, and non-REM sleep, that is non-rapid eye movement sleep. In non-REM sleep, there are 4 stages. Stages 1 and 2 represent light sleep, and stages 3 and 4 covers deep sleep. A sleep cycle is approximately 90 minutes long, and each sleep starts with light sleep, and then the sleep gets deeper and deeper, finally reaching the REM sleep. So every 90 minutes we cycle through these stages of sleep, and it repeats throughout the night. Light sleep represents a changeover from wakefulness to sleep. During this time, your heartbeat and breathing rate slows down. There are bursts of electrical activity in the brain that boost your brain's communication system. During deep sleep, your brain converts the information occurred during the day, which is retained in the hippocampus of the brain, to your memory. Hippocampus consolidates memories and are indexed for late access, but it doesn't store memories. Then the memories are sent and stored in the neural networks of the brain associated with different types of memory. If you miss out the initial hours of your sleep, you mess with the delivery and memory fixation. Deep sleep also helps in cell repair and regeneration. It also boosts your immune system's functioning. Another sleep, which is a REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep, is the most important one that facilitates your learning, memory, creativity, and problem solving ability. You have to make sure that you hit REM sleep as many times as possible, because the timing of REM sleep progressively increases with each sleep cycle, and it gets longest in the second half of the night. So if you wake up early and missed few hours of your sleep schedule, you are losing a major percent of REM sleep. So it's very important to maximize your REM sleep and non-REM sleep. That's why it's mandatory to have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. If you're someone going through irregular sleep-wake patterns, take cautions to reset your sleep schedule and try to go to bed at the same time each night and wake up at the same time each morning. Also, try to keep your daytime naps brief. We only need a 20-minute nap to get the benefits, and it falls in the light sleep. So it will be easy for you to wake up and get back to your task rather than falling into a state of deep sleep where you get groggy to get up, feeling disoriented and short-tempered. If you are taking longer naps, try to complete a full 90-minute cycle. Another way to foster your mental and physical health is by taking small breaks in between your work schedules. Recharge yourself by grabbing a healthy snack or by moving around. Try to adopt new hobbies of interest like reading, gardening, or studying something new. You can also use these breaks to rejuvenate yourself by mindful meditation activities or deep breathing exercises. They can counter your anxieties and racing thoughts so that you can diligently focus on the single task that you're doing. These are brain fuels. Before you know, you can reap unbelievable benefits. That's all for now. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you can get notified whenever I post. Let me know if you like it by giving a thumbs up. So that's it, guys. I hope see you in the next one. Bye.